headed to Milton to the banquet for Southern Raceway to give out the awards for last year's races. Mr. David Steppens.
Hey.
Hey. He's going to be receiving a trophy today, and we're pretty excited about it. We raced our hearts out last year. It had some major engine issues. We went through like 8 motors. So it's still kind of hard to believe that we are actually going to get a trophy today as much as we struggled. But we're super excited about it. We went and picked up a new motor yesterday, and we got to get busy because...
Yeah, waiting on a car from Stealth.
Yeah. And then the next race is what... Okay, y'all, we just got to the banquet. This place is packed.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't expect it to be that. Yeah.
Figure.
Yeah.
Maybe we can. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Dang, they even got a parking lot floor right there.
Yeah.
Lots of awards to get today. Huh. Oh, look at that light, David. I love it.
What is it?
That light.
Wanted to do for a long time, or at least dreamed about doing. I think most of y'all know that we grew up there, racing. Some of our youngest memories are from being at the races with our dad and our uncles, and then eventually all racing ourselves. My wife wasn't into racing, but I drug her into it, so she is now. This is her, Elizabeth. Shadow pretty much grew up out there as well. Her dad raced, really close to David Bill and Tom Milne, and I'm pretty sure our paths crossed a lot out there, and at least we got together in high school. So we're really excited. It's we want to keep doing what Tom and everyone before him, going back to Barney Barnhill and Young family in the early days. We want to just keep that going and build on it. We feel like this racetrack has a great foundation, and that we have something really positive we can build on because of all the hard work that Tom Lowry, Tim Lowry, their family, and everyone before them have put into it. I really wasn't planning on speaking today, but I did want to touch on a few things that Tom mentioned. The insurance thing is literally fresh in my mind because we just got our bill yesterday. It is. I'm not gonna say how much it is, but I know we've worked in this sport. Most of y'all know we've worked with Tom before on events, and we put on events across the southeast and worked with a lot of different racetracks. It's not just us, and I fear that the next complaint won't be about the cost of insurance; it'll be about the lack thereof. That no one will insure racetracks anymore. And I say that not to scare anyone, but it is an issue, a major issue, and you may see some changes that you may not like, that we have no option but to do because of insurance. It is a serious, serious thing. And I hope as you see some of the changes, it's nothing that's, it's not crazy. It's just some small things here and there. Just realize we're not doing it just to cause you guys more work or pain or make it, be buttholes about it. It's some of the things that we're going to have to do. And we ask you to bear with us on that because, we with a spotlight, there's a little bit of a spotlight on us. Y'all know we have a YouTube channel and we're out there, right? That's how we do what we do is by, making content and put it out there for the world to see. Well, everyone sees that, including the insurance companies and the attorneys apparently. So we got to be very careful about what we do and how we operate, and make sure everything meets the standard that not only the insurance companies, but the state, federal government, whoever it is, all the regulators require. So just keep that in mind. The other thing Tom hit on that I think was important was the divisions. We are keeping everything the same as far as the rules go from last year. We didn't want to come in and throw a lot of changes on everybody. We just got in place barely a week ago. So going into the season, the rules will be the same as last year. However, we do have to look toward, as Tom kind of mentioned, how do we potentially consolidate some things, trim down the number of divisions a little bit so that we can have everyone there more consistently, division-wise, and also run an efficient show. That is something that's going to be very important to us, is running a very efficient show that is good for you guys, the racers, but also fan-friendly as well. And also very, friendly to our neighbors, so they don't call the county and complain on us about it. So, and again, that is something, that we want to be mindful of, just like the insurance, that is an obstacle or a potential obstacle that we don't want to have to, make enemies with anyone, with the county or even any of our neighbors out there in that area, as we all know it is.
We talk about tires, and there's nothing we can do about tires.
I wish there was more we could do.
Best thing I know to do is make the racetrack where don't burn up tires every week.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Yes, very much. And that is safety-wise, just make sure y'all are all, doing the things you should be. Your fire suits, your helmets, make sure they're strapped. Make sure your cars are safe and meet safety standards. All that. We'll go back to insurance. Make sure you're helping out as much as possible so that we don't have a situation that could have been prevented that leads to problems. And one, I don't want anyone to get hurt, but also we don't want to have those issues, insurance issues because something happens that could be prevented. And if you see anything that you want to suggest that hey, we should try not to do this, it looks unsafe, let us know, please. We want to work with everybody. The only other thing I was going to say, this is y'all are hearing it here first because we, it hasn't been announced publicly. We're supposed to start racing next weekend with the sprint cars, doubleheader, the 13th and 14th. We're changing that up a little bit in agreement with Pete Walton and USCS that we're no longer going to have the sprint cars next weekend. We just want to make sure we have the track 100% ready to go before we put sprint cars on it. And we host a huge doubleheader from a logistics and operations standpoint. It's a lot to ask of our people and our staff that we're just now getting to know. So a lot, literally. So what we're going to do instead on Saturday next weekend is we're going to do an open practice, probably 2 or 3 hours worth, and then we're going to have the enduro as planned on Saturday. So the only racing on Saturday will be the enduro. We will do an open, at least 2, maybe 3 hours of open practice beforehand. Weather pending, obviously, and we're also going to give it another day or two on see what forecast looks like before we set a time. But most likely it'll be a mid-afternoon practice into the early evening time for the enduro race. There'll be an official announcement on that tomorrow morning on Facebook, and then you can kind of have some more details. But we want to let y'all know in case any of y'all plan on coming out for that. Obviously, the mods, IMCA mods, will not. You're welcome to go come out and practice Saturday if you'd like to, but we won't actually race until the following weekend. That remains on the plan with the sprint cars. Friday, Saturday doubleheader, the 20th and 21st. The divisions, I can't remember them off the top of my head. I know we're running mods both nights. And then we're going to try, I think we're running just about every division except for the 604 race. But every other division we're trying to work all in there either Friday or Saturday. So if you don't know the date or which day you are, look on Facebook. We'll post it in the morning as well. And then again, I hate to leave out the 604s on Winter Nationals. But we got a lot of big plans for the 604s that we're working on and have our first big event for them March 7th. What else?
I think we just need to reiterate that we're new to this, and we're going to go through a lot of growing pains, and we just hope that y'all understand that and bear with us, and just know that we want Southern Raceway to be here for a long time and to be the best that it can be. That's our ultimate goal, but getting there is going to be a challenge. So, but we'll do the best we can, and we appreciate y'all's understanding and support and patience in the meantime. You got anything?
Not really. Just look forward to meeting everyone, and obviously we've been out there for a long, long time, and a lot of faces I recognize, a lot of names I don't. You know what I mean? So definitely want to obviously get to know everyone and know that we're here to do the best we can do for the racetrack and all of us as racers here. We want a place to be all it could ever be, and it's going to take all of us to make it happen. And we're going to definitely do our part. I can promise you that. We're gung ho. This is something that we've, like Tommy mentioned, kind of been doing for a little while now, and it finally worked out. And we got a lot of big plans in place, but obviously we got to get the fundamentals down first to make sure we can operate. And we look forward to everyone's support. I can tell you that we're going to certainly need it.
And I want to say one more thing. I don't think this would have happened without Tom.
the series. And trying to do a racetrack. Yeah, I'm glad y'all are young. Yeah, it takes a lot to do what they do now, and then to throw this in is just amazing, and it's something to watch, and I feel like we're part of it.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
After all the trouble I've had over here to save my butt. I love having them big guys around with I was talking to this young man before we got started, and there were so many times this year he'd come out and he'd blow up t-shirt, he'd face whatever. And I asked him how many motors come in and out of his car. Dave and Stephens, come on up. Was it 7 or 8?
8.